EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run here with a rookie.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it?
And right away, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. Inside the 20.
And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Lisa 24. Son.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Facial Tootin, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Hold it ready. Here we go.
Back to throw. Penn working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. So a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1. And he's hoping on the road to glory.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. Operating from the gun, Penn. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They go play action here on first down. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
79 Broncos. Let's go now. Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Looking to throw. Pinned. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
On the red.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. The Jaguars at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business. And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
And the Broncos first down.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. Now, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now, they trail, but they've got a first and 10 here. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 right at the 40. Off the play fake. Penn. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jags are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third.
Go, go, let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
First and 10 at the
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one because normally on third and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to add on to that lead. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 17, Broncos 7. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Weaver. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Penn. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now Lawrence to throw. Looking long for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brian Thomas with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to.
And got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Penn. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Steady.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's taken in by Weaver. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On first down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
18, Rodney, 18, let's go.
Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
2nd and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Zay Flowers, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Jaguars 24, Broncos 14.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts, trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John A. Barron. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
At the 47-yard line.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Steady. Steady Lions. Steady.
Back to throw. Penn. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They go play action now. Lawrence
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He gets it to Thomas. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Thomas Jr. It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 6. Now Lawrence.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
53-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
For a Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Lawrence will throw.
And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Second and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, Jupiter. Let's go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 19-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Hey, line 11.
Here's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
34. Broncos 14. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Ready. Cook at 19. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Penn. Oh, that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Up the middle they go. Snow. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. And you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Past the 60. Past the 60. Ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 19.
Looking to throw. Penn. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And some space here. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Get it. 3. Viking 18. Panther 11. Panther 11. Let go.
Back to throw. Penn. Looking left side, and it's complete.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
The 9-yard line.
Ready, set. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Penn. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Marvin Mims from 8 yards out. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
This 2nd and 4.
Hey, let's go. Hey, Soko.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Hey, run.
Now Lawrence. And he is caught through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter, 72 yards. And the Jags will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
41. Broncos 21. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Got it. Ready?
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready?
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That one into the hands of Flowers.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Snow. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He will have the conversion and more than that. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Off play action. Penn. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. R.J. Harvey, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Broncos 28.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Bashir Turton with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
48. Broncos 28. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And his first throw here is incomplete.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one. Up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
First down, Denver.
Slot man moves right. He finds his man, complete. That's Weaver. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Again, he'll drop the throw. He'll swing this out to Harvey. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fayasade Amulikin. And the Jaguars are going to have this short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz.
There he goes again. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Turton is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
On red.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense,
They certainly were there in this